there was a point in time where I was shooting with fish grease. I felt like I couldn't miss, just creatively. I was shooting boudoir, I was shooting events, I was shooting people. And then there was a point in time where I kind of fell out of love with my craft. And I look at my craft as a separate entity from myself.
Absolutely.
So like me and photography, it is me photography, cinematography, all of it. That's like a girl that I love. Yeah. But sometimes I would use her and abuse her. Sometimes I would use her because I'm trying to get over here because I know if I shoot this is gonna kind of help. But then, I'm neglecting her. I'm not still loving her in the process of getting to know her. And then at one point, I felt like I had a separation completely. I just said, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm cool, I'm off her. And then I kind of fell back in love with her again. Have you had that moment with music?
Yeah, all the time.
What does that conversation look like between you and the craft?
I think that things go up and down. Okay. That's just how life goes. You can't have mountains without valleys. You know what I mean? And so I have moments where everything is firing on all cylinders and I can't miss. You know what I mean? I'm sure you have moments like that too.
I'm trying to tell you, it's a flow.
Everything you put up going in.
Going crazy. I can't miss. Yeah.
And then there are moments where I can hear the most beautiful composition and the words just won't come out. And what I'm realizing and learning is oftentimes that means that I need to live a little bit. Yeah. I need to experience. I need to shake things up. I need to do something that makes my brain spring back to life, you know. Anytime, I don't like to say writer's block because that's not what it is. It's more so like writer's constipation. The words are there, but I just can't quite, you know, transcribe them. And so what helps for me is getting outside. Surrounding myself with people that love me, doing things that move me, you know what I mean? I used to be like, and I still fancy myself a studio rap, but there's value in going outside and not doing anything music related. Just going outside and just, you know, even going to shows and going to events, not as an artist or an entertainer,
as a consumer.
Just as a consumer. You know, stuff like that. People don't realize like stuff like that allows your brain to properly recharge.
Well, because I also think you're not leaving your camera behind. I think you should, because they should have enough space. I think it gives your brain enough time to be candid, to be processed. Because like the title of this series or this whatever is called "Why Don't You Have Your Camera?" And I used to just leave my camera at home and just be, okay, I'm taking pictures in my mind and all that shit. And then one day, but just like, I can bring my camera, don't mean I have to take a picture every single day, right? And when we talk about the slow process, I might make tea a little faster. Like I'll make matcha right now. I don't have the little sifter. But I still make it. I still do. But I still make it. But then, you know, with photography, it's kind of the same way. Like I shoot because, hey, I want to consume. I want to move up the band. But when I go out, sometimes I don't shoot. Sometimes I look at stuff and be like, damn, I wish I could have got that picture. It's so many times, we from Richmond, bro. It's so many times I drive around here and I see stuff like this. That's why I stopped. I didn't even have to walk too far today. I stopped because I was like, I can't wait to take a picture of this. But in your car, you don't have that moment. But it makes me appreciate when I do have my camera out and I can shoot and stuff like that. But I'm always curious how people work through that relationship, that pull, right? Because, bro, being an artist is fucking nuanced. And people don't understand our nuances. Like, what's something that you want people to receive when you're creating? And also
the message, you know, the message, you know.
Would you consider yourself a lifestyle rapper?
To a degree, yeah, to a degree. I think if I were to put a label on what type of rapper I am, I would say maybe lifestyle is probably the closest. You know, it's a lot about persistence. Like most of my music is about persistence. Yeah, for sure. It's about persistence. For sure. Like I've been making music for over 20 years. So like the majority of my music is about how long I can keep going. How long I've been doing this, and the things that I've experienced, and the ways that I keep myself motivated. Like that's really what, like my music, like I'm not a pimp. It's not pimp rap. It's not, I'm not slanging dope. So it's not like slanging dope rap. It's not thug rap. Like it's all, hey, this is how I live. Yeah, this is how I live. I'm smoking, I'm in the stew. I've been doing this for a long time. Bing, bing, bing.
And I live, right? So I get to go outside.
Yeah. And I'm local. I'm not some nigga
Out
you
of
won't
touch.
run into.
That's always the cool thing, right? Like you're not out of touch and stuff like that, but you are also somebody that's super busy. What do you think about the term that Richmond niggas is cats? Because I'm a cat. I know it.
I agree with that. I agree with that. But it's
not intentional.
It's not intentional. I'm catting because I'm working on my own.
I got some other shit going on.
I got my own shit going on.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sorry that you wanted me to be there for your play, but I'm trying to make my own.
And if I do it in time, I'll show up.
Exactly.
I'll show up. I have no problem showing up. How long I stay, but I'm gonna show up because I think that's a Richmond thing in general. Like a lot of the artists, homies that are from here, we tend to be like, I'm gonna pull up. Not today.
And we seen shit, man. We're careful with where we invest our time.
And invest our space. Because I'm also really, really clear about that. I was thinking about that when I was on my way here. I'm like, you are somebody I think that protects their energy.
Absolutely. I have to. Ain't nobody gonna do it for me.
But it also, like, I think what comes with when people want to connect with you and stuff like that. We talked about that. It's like people want to for other things, and then I don't know, are people forthcoming about that shit?
I prefer that they are.
Right.
Most people aren't, but a lot of people are.
Because I'm like, I would feel like that's some of the reason why I feel like you've always been very, very grounded in, yes, it sounds cool, but I'm not sure what the intention is. How do you navigate that? Or when did you realize you had to start navigating that?
I learned at a young age that people will take advantage of you. That's what motherfuckers do. So like what I like to do is get a firm understanding of who it is that I'm working with and what your intentions are. If somebody approached me and they're passionate about making music and they're passionate about creating something with me, but they're also upfront and transparent with wanting to work with Cool.
Right.
And it's like, all right, well, thank you for your honesty. Now I can deal with you. I can deal with you accordingly.
Right, because if you don't have an interest in X, Y, and Z, then okay, cool. But if you trying to get over here, it's like, and it has to be synonymous. Like, that's the reason I ain't really even brought up, bro. Because I'm very aware of what that is. But it's like that's why I'm like, how do you say, okay, this is who that is? That's their success. How do you deem your success, and how do you move forward in your success without trying to feel shadowed? Because it don't even come off like you feel shadowed in that way at all.
Not at all. But I tell people all the time, bro. Like I've been Coogler brother my whole life. That nigga been a ghetto celebrity since I've been conscious. Like so for me, it's not like people are like, oh, you're Ryan's brother, and I'm like, man. Yes, I am.
And it's cool.
And if you do your research, like what I love to tell people is, if you do your research, you'll see that it's three of us, and B, we all got shit going on.
Yes.
It ain't just cool. You feel me?
And it doesn't get worn like that either. Like that's something I noticed too. Like you wear, nigga, I'm an artist. I'm over here with it. This is what I love to do. And you say most of the fam is in film, and you're the music homie.
Yeah, I'm the music guy.
Yeah, it's like but you also have an eye for what you have an eye for.
Absolutely.
And it's like, so what's the next step of cultivating that? I know what we about to do, but like, what is the next step for you to cultivate that stuff?
I think just conveying an accurate message, which is why I don't hold myself for social media, because like that's not an accurate representation of who I am. You know what I'm saying? The visuals that I put out and the music that I put out going forward will be accurate representations of me as an individual.
Right.
It won't be me trying to buy likes, trying to buy
buy the perception. It's like, no, this is the reality.
This is really me. You know what I'm saying? Like you know me. You feel me? Like what I've encountered a lot of in this industry is niggas will look at my IG and think that they know who I am. And it's like, nah, nigga, that's what we put on for show.
Right, because it is a show, and I think maybe that's where the transition is happening now, where it's like, I'm not even putting on a show. Like I said, a lot of the stuff, all right. I think a lot of the stuff right now is, how do we create the reality that is also still bends, right? Like when we make our visuals, I want it to feel like there's a separation from reality to like non-reality, but it's also still really grounded in something. And I think that's where I want to help create with you, is like, how do we make something that is super artistic, simple, but also looks extraordinary at the same time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Wow. Shit, I'm like,
yeah, that's it. It's some of my favorite artists are rappers. E40 is a rapper's rapper.
oh, for sure.
E40 is a rapper's rapper.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Juvenile is a rapper's rapper.
People just love,
It's like Currency is a rapper's rapper. Like,
you seem like you like the Roots and shit like that, but like you look like a Black Thought nigga.
I'm very particular with like the rappers that I love and celebrate, and it's because they display a level of skill and a level of being in the industry that is unmatched. Like people don't understand that E40 is a pillar in rap.
Oh, for sure.
He is a pillar in rap.
You can't really move music without.
You can't find an artist that hasn't been influenced by him in one way or another.
And people sing his praises with like great admiration and intention. Like, I always say this, like, you know, it's West Coast forever for me. Like, I'll get that shit tatted on me. What I will say though, with the West Coast, I think people forget that when they got quiet for LA, and it did.
Yeah.
It was us that held the coast down. It was 40. It was Short. It was the Pack. It was, you know what I mean? It was Tracks a Million. It was all of us holding it down.
What people don't talk about enough is the Bay never had a fall off.
We've always been consistent.
We've always been consistent.
It's consistent. We just go in waves.
Yeah.
So we went from hipster. I call the HBK era the hipster rap era, which is fire. It was like the Tumblr.
Wouldn't exist without the Pack though. Wouldn't exist without the Pack's influence.
Again, I remember looking at Nikes, throwing them, tossing them, and going to grab my Vans. I'm in New Balances now, but
HBK don't exist without the Pack. Without the Pack and their influence.
You need that. You need the diligence. You need the diligence.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Jack. Like you need the diligence. I'm a Punk Rock was my MySpace song. But like these particular, and how that shit has gone to LA, like where AZ Chike, you can hear him sampling our shit. Like you needed those things, and I think like when you talk about a rapper's rapper, we had that. Like I know what it felt like to hear Uno, and I'm like, yo, Uno's the guy. I know what it felt like to hear a bass guy and when he was Little B and really Little B, and he was rapping his ass off. Like it was like Stuntman, all like all of them. It's like. But again, we held it down and we didn't compromise, and I think that's some of the thing I noticed with your music. Like it doesn't necessarily compromise. It just like I'm staying consistent to the race. I'm the OG in this shit. I'm going to stay consistent in this race.
Exactly.
Well, goddamn.